Crimson Claw Part 1. Gotham City has a new hero. Chapter 4. Coffee and Complications. I typed the response before I could second-guess myself. Tomorrow, 10 a.m.? There's a cafe on Finger Street, near Robinson Park. RT. Her reply came within seconds. Perfect. Can't wait. I set the phone down and immediately wondered what the hell I was doing. Bruce would have cautioned against this. Getting close to someone connected to an investigation was asking for trouble, but something about Selina Kyle made me want to take that risk. The next morning, I spent an embarrassing amount of time choosing what to wear. My wardrobe consisted mostly of practical clothes for stakeouts, workout gear, and a few professional outfits for interviews. I settled on dark jeans and a fitted burgundy sweater that Vicky had once said brought out the color in my eyes. Not that I cared what Selina thought about my eyes, except I absolutely did. The Finger Street Cafe was a small place tucked between a bookstore and a vintage record shop, the kind of spot tourists never found. I arrived 15 minutes early, claiming a corner table with a view of the door. Old habit, always know your exits. Bruce had drilled into me. Selina walked in at exactly 10 o'clock, and I felt that same electric jolt from yesterday. She wore a charcoal peacoat over a cream turtleneck, her blonde hair loose around her shoulders. Those blue eyes found me immediately, and her smile transformed her whole face. "You're early," she said, sliding into the chair across from me. "Reporters' habit. Never miss the story." "An MIA story, Miss Thomas?" The way she said my name made my pulse quicken. "Renee, please. And I'm hoping you're more than that." She raised an eyebrow, that smile widening. "Forward. I like it." We ordered coffee, falling into conversation that felt effortless despite the circumstances. She told me about the stray cats she fed in her neighborhood, how she'd taken in 6 so far. I told her about my years playing water polo, the competitiveness that still drove me. "You don't seem like the typical reporter," Selina said after our second cup arrived. "There's something else about you. Something intense." "I could say the same about you. Executive assistant doesn't quite fit." Her expression darkened slightly. "No, it doesn't. But jobs are hard to come by in Gotham, especially for someone without a college degree. You studied something, though. Martial arts, if I had to guess." I'd noticed yesterday how she moved, the controlled grace of someone with serious training. "Jeet Kune Do," she confirmed. "Been practicing since I was 16. It's the one thing that's kept me sane working for." She stopped herself, fingers tightening around her coffee cup. "For Max Schreck." She looked up at me, something vulnerable in those eyes. "You interviewed him yesterday. You saw what he's like. That charm, that philanthropy act. It's all bullshit, Renee. He's a monster." I leaned forward, keeping my voice low. "Tell me. Why?" "For your story." The question hung between us. A test. I could lie, pretend this was purely professional. But something in her gaze demanded honesty. Partly, I admitted, I think he's dangerous. I think his power plant is going to hurt people, but also because I can see he's hurting you, and I don't like that. Selina's breath caught, slightly. "We just met." "I know. Doesn't change how I feel." She was quiet for a moment, studying me like I was a puzzle she was trying to solve. Then she spoke, her voice barely above a whisper. "He's planning something with the power plant. I've seen documents. Heard phone calls he thinks I'm too stupid to understand. There's a group called the Red Triangle Gang. He's using them as muscle intimidation tactics against anyone who opposes the construction." My mind raced. This confirmed what Bruce and I suspected, but having someone on the inside changed everything. "There's more," Selina continued. "The community center on Dixon Street, the one that feeds homeless families. He's shutting it down next month. Bought the building through a shell corporation. He's going to turn it into luxury condos." Anger flared in my chest, hot and sharp. I thought about the people I protected in Crime Alley, the families barely scraping by. Shrek was systematically destroying Gotham's safety nets for profit. Why are you telling me this? Selena's hand moved across the table, her fingers brushing mine. The touch sent electricity up my arm. Because yesterday, when you confronted him, you weren't afraid. Everyone's afraid of Max Schreck. But you looked at him like you could see right through him, like you were dangerous. Maybe I am, I said softly. Good. Her fingers intertwined with mine. Because somebody needs to stop him. And I'm tired of being invisible, of being treated like furniture in my own life. I squeezed her hand. You're not invisible. Trust me. Her smile was bittersweet. You barely know me, Renee. Then let me get you away from him, help you find something better. It's not that simple. He has connections, power. People who cross Max Schreck tend to have accidents. The threat sent a chill down my spine, but not for myself. For her. Then be careful, I said. Don't do anything that puts you at risk. I'll find another way to expose him. What if I don't want to be careful anymore? Her eyes blazed with something fierce, something that reminded me of my own reflection when I put on the mask. What if I'm tired of being a victim? Before I could respond, my phone buzzed. A text from Bruce. 3 robberies in Old Gotham in the last hour. Red triangle signature. Gordon's asking questions about the vigilante in red. Stay alert. I looked up at Selena, torn between wanting to stay and needing to act. You have to go, she said, reading something in my expression. I'm sorry. Work emergency. It's fine. She stood, but didn't release my hand. Can I see you again? Yes. Absolutely yes. She leaned down, and for one breathless moment, I thought she might kiss me. Instead, her lips brushed my ear. Be careful out there, Renee Thomas. Gotham's getting more dangerous by the day. Then she was gone, leaving me with the lingering scent of her perfume and the feeling that my life had just gotten infinitely more complicated.